My man is her man, and her man is their man, and my man too. Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine. I don't know why y'all starting this again. Well, y'all, whenever Real Housewives of Atlanta come back, or another Atlanta-based show, y'all want to switch the day that the show comes on. Y'all tried that BS when Married to Medicine, when y'all switched it to Friday. People got stuff to do on Friday and Saturday nights. Ain't nobody coming home to rush home to watch no Married to Medicine on no Friday night and Saturday nights. This time, since Atlanta is back, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they done switched it, Married to Medicine, to Saturday nights at 9. Why? It's an Atlanta-based show. It's the only few all-black shows on Bravo. Why don't you keep them back-to-back? Have Real Housewives of Atlanta come on at 8 and Married to Medicine come on at 9 on Sunday. Why would you switch it to Saturday? Your mess is so annoying. Like, I don't understand. It's almost like they don't want Married to Medicine to get too many ratings, or they don't want Married to Medicine to take away the ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I mean, they're both pretty much like staples at this point. I mean, they're fine. I don't know if that's the reason. I'm just, speculating. But it's annoying. It's so annoying. And I work on Saturdays, so my Married to Medicine reviews could, be a few days late. So it's just, God, so stupid. I'm so irritated by that, y'all. Anyway. I'm still going to continue to review the season, but it's just probably not going to be on time, the reviews. But yeah, it's just so easy just to get Real Housewives of Atlanta out the way and then get Married to Medicine out the way in the same damn night. Let them come on back to back. Take notes, boom, bam, get these videos out. But no. Oh, child. Okay, so anyway, Married to Medicine. The first scene was Jackie. Jackie met up with her one of her patients. She says that she don't spend that much time at the office now. But she's seeing fewer patients, but she spent longer time with patients. This beautiful lady came in with this adorable little girl. I'm assuming that Jackie delivered her little girl once upon a time ago. Jackie, she has a great relationship with her patients. She getting the little girl to help, put the cream on her mom's belly for the ultrasound and all that. It was very cute. Telling, what her mom is eating. She done ate chips and all this other kind of stuff. It was funny. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, moving on from that scene. Heavenly goes and meets up and checks on Contessa. It was very nice to see. Y'all know Heavenly and Contessa did not start off on the right foot, but nobody starts off with Heavenly on the right foot. So, she ended up coming over, seeing how she doing. Brought her all kinds of stuff that she needed. Contessa's been kind of cooped up in the house for a while. She's just not feeling it. When you are about to be amongst a pack of wolves, you kind of need to be in tip-top shape. And so I understand why Contessa been in the house lately, just spending time with her husband and her kids. Because nobody want to be around y'all helpers and arguing and bringing up petty stuff and I'm in pain. Child. Bye. But, whatever. Contessa said to Heavenly, do you notice the difference? Heavenly said her cameras, I don't know why in the hell after going through all this, and you got new breasts, why would you go and get the same old regular ass titties? I was hollering. I was like, yeah, I mean, everybody just don't like big boobs, and that's fine. Everybody don't like big butts, whatever. But if I really wanted to play, I might get a little nasty cup size bigger than what I originally had. But that's, I was feeling Heavenly in that moment. But, let Contessa be Contessa, hell. And that was cute. Then a little later on, Quad ended up coming over to check on Contessa. Contessa asked, so it's Heavenly, Quad, and Contessa at Contessa's home. Contessa asked them, about Mariah's party. Did they go? They was just like, no, I didn't go to Mariah's party. Talking about, you're going to have a black love party knowing that she going through what she going through. I don't know. It's very up in the air for me. I know last time I said that I don't think that Mariah meant to have the black love party in a shady kind of way. But to be fair, this is Mariah. And the party was just like for nothing. Just a random ass, celebration of black love. So I mean, I guess I can understand why somebody would like take it a certain way, but I don't know. I just don't think that I don't know. Maybe she did, but it's just hard for me to wrap my head around that she spent all this money, planned this whole thing just to spite Quad. That's a special kind of petty. That's a sickness. You need help if that's the case. To go out of your way to do all this just to basically make fun of somebody else. Like I don't know those kind of people that have that kind of time and patience and money and dedication to being petty like that. But some people are. Maybe Mariah's one of them people. I don't know. But with that said, they all do shit to one another. So why is one thing over the other one? Which is why I just don't understand why Quad and Mariah just can't sit down and have a conversation. Especially seeing as how they've been knowing each other longer than any of the rest of these people on the show. So it's just weird. It's just like, if you know me out of everybody here, why can't we just have a conversation? We've been knowing each other for years. We should be able to talk about something and bond in some kind of way. You know every damn thing about me. So it's just very weird how they just prolong. I feel like it's more so Quad, though. So I feel like Mariah wouldn't necessarily have a problem sitting down talking to Quad. But it's more so Quad just resisting. I don't know. I don't know, It's a lot of behind-the-scenes carpet munching on Married to Medicine. You can't tell me there ain't. Allegedly. So, yeah, maybe it's a little bit of that. It got to be, because if I done stuff to you, you done stuff to me, we even. Why is we still beefing? Why we still mad at each other? You slap me, I slap you back. We can't get along now? I don't know. Anyway, so, they still feel that way, and, Contessa, was talking to him. Meanwhile, we got Mariah. Mariah went over to see Simone. And, Mariah had on this short little black asymmetrical wig. It was cute. Mariah be giving looks. Mariah is the fashion diva of Married to Medicine for sure. Mariah and Quad, they always look good. Always look good. Toya might have on the labels, but it just don't look good on Toya, whatever she have on. So, but Quad and Mariah, they be snatched. Always. So Mariah came over to Simone's house. They were talking, and Simone, had cooked some dinner for her. But Simone admitted in that moment that she don't really cook. Mariah was just like, yes, Simone loved me so much, she cooked takeout for me. And Simone didn't even try to plate the shit up to make it look like she cooked it. She actually, from the containers from the restaurant, she actually brought the containers to the table and gave Mariah her own spoon to scoop the food on the plate. I was like, damn, Simone, at least put some oil in a pan or have some onions sauteed on the stove. Make it look like you cooked the shit. I'm like, Lord, Simone, you just don't give a damn, do you? So anyway, so they started talking, and Simone feels like Quad needs to take a break from the group. She don't quite understand why Quad did not make Mariah's Black Love Party, yet she's ready to go on this couples trip. Well, first of all, the main reason I feel is because all of y'all are contractually obligated to go on the couples trip. That's why all y'all got to go. They even pulled Contessa out of her house. She ain't all the way healed, but her ass got to go on a couples trip. That's the main reason I'm sure why Quad is going on the couples trip with no couple. And you know, she wasn't obligated to go to Mariah's party, you know, but also just to create a whole storyline gig. So it's a lot of things. But I wonder if Simone would be saying the same thing if her and Quad was still close like they used to be. That Quad, you know, she think the Quad needs to get away from the group. At one point, y'all wanted Quad in the group and you know, to be involved in everything that's going on with her. But now, you know, since she around or she pop up when she want to or whatever, or she's not as welcoming when she comes around, now y'all want to get rid of her again. You know, but it does seem like Quad always has an issue with anybody Mariah's cool with. So yeah, I mean, it's a back and forth thing, y'all, with them. Y'all know. Okay, so what else is going on? So Toya and Eugene, they wanted to plan the couples trip this time to Antigua. And you know, Toya's trying to make it her mission that, you know, she's gonna have a better trip than what Heavenly planned last year. And don't hold your breath, Toya. You've been on the show long enough. I'm sure you've been watching reality TV long enough because you won't be doing nothing else. You know how these shows go when it comes to these couples trip. It's the most drama of the season on these couples trips, or just in trips in general on reality shows. So you should know, sis, by now. Of course, it's gonna be drama. You know, no matter who's hosting the trip. Child. Please, just different hotel rooms. That's it. Okay. You know, all the couples are going around talking about Quad and the blogs, and you know what they're saying about Dr. G and Damon. Oh, I just want them to be together. Damon get on my nerves. I don't like Damon. There's something about him. I don't know. I just feel like he's sneaky. It's something about him. You know, all that nice, sweet, calm talk. It's just, who are you really? Let's see. And he be too excited when Heavenly be gone on these girls' trips and stuff. He be happy she be gone. There's something to that. Just in my humble opinion. Don't mean nothing. I'm just saying. Let's see. Okay, so they arrive at the airport. You know, everybody's there. At the airport in Antigua, wherever. So let's see. They're on the bus ride to their actual resort. We find out that Dr. G, Quad said that she saw Dr. G dancing on Instagram or somewhere with some girl at a club. I mean, Quad, what you want that man to do? Is he just supposed to stay at the house and sulk all day and be depressed? What you want that man to do, Quad? Seriously, as Lonnie B would say. Hey, Lonnie. What? You don't want him? Which I don't understand. And I know it takes two people to mess up a relationship. But, you know, it's just... I guess the main thing that bothers me with Quad, I love Miss Quad, but the thing that bothers me the most with Miss Quad is how she acts as if the demise of this marriage is all his fault, and I just don't believe that. I don't. You know, my right mind is I don't have much of a mind, but at least the good side of my mind is telling me that yeah, that's not cool. That's not accurate. Okay. So anyway, you know, Quad, you know, she was upset about that. And anyway, they get off. You know, the people greet them. It was nice. It was beautiful. So Toya, she sat everybody down. She was just like, of course, me and Eugene. This is our 10-year anniversary, I believe, and we're getting the best room. But who's gonna be in my villa with me is Aiden and Mariah, Simone and Cecil, and Contessa and Scott. They ended up going as well. That's what we're gonna do, and yeah, that's and on the other side we're gonna have Heavenly and Damon, Miss Quad, and Contessa. No, what am I thinking? Okay, who was in Toya's? Okay, who was in the other suite was Miss Quad, Heavenly Damon, and Contessa and Scott. That was in the other suite. Okay, who was in Toya's suite was Toya and Eugene, Curtis and Jackie, Mariah and Aiden, and Cecil and Simone. Okay, that's how we did it. Okay, got confused for a second. So she separated it based on who gets along with who, and which I felt like that's something I would do. So good job, Toya. That was definitely appropriate. She wasn't trying to be messy by sticking people who don't like each other, trying to force them to talk, and that don't never work. So they was having a cute little scene, etc. Then all of a sudden they showed they just showed like the outside of the hotel or whatever, the villa, resort, whatever. But this whole time, we've been finding out that apparently there was a crab that Toya did not notice that was like right in front of her foot. She jumped back. Apparently Contessa was right behind her, and she accidentally hit Contessa in the chest. And obviously she just had boob surgery, so she's very sore. And so we just saw the scenes of it. We just heard it. We just heard the audio of it. We didn't actually see it. But we did hear Toya say sorry. So, we get to, the whole thing where they're about to have the whole little couples dinner and stuff. And, Scott, Toya and Eugene, they're sitting downstairs, with everybody else. Scott and Contessa haven't came around from the other villa. They said they won't be attending this time because Toya, accidentally hit Contessa in the boob. And what was shady about that was Scott, he didn't say accidentally that Toya did it. I truly believe Toya that it was an accident of her hitting Contessa, because Scott don't like Toya anyway. So he was like, Toya, she back and hit Contessa in the chest as if she did it on purpose. But I do understand defending your wife and all that, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And I just don't fit. Toya is a lot, but I don't think, knowing that lady just had surgery, Toya did not hit Contessa on purpose. Like, I like you, Contessa, but you tried it on that one. Like, stop. So anyway, so it was just like, oh wow. So anyway, they all get on the bus. Heavenly and Quad is in the room with Contessa. Same room, child, whatever. And Heavenly, adding 20 on 10, being a mess box, was just like, Contessa thought that she might have did it on purpose. We told her, no, baby, you didn't do that on purpose. Yeah. And that made Toya upset, trying to make it seem like he was trying to injure that lady on purpose. And Toya started crying, and it was sad. That was the one time on this show I've ever felt bad for Toya. And so I was just like, yeah, that's kind of damaging. I was like, Contessa, don't do that now. Come on. So, anyway, Toya wiped her tears. She probably had one good tear come out. She wiped her tears, and they all went back to go eat. It was very nice, very lovely. They all exchanged gifts. Each one of Aiden gave Mariah something, Simone gave Cecil something, vice versa, the couples. It was nice, it was beautiful. Some people gave cheap gifts, but it's the thought that counts, I guess. Well, what were you thinking, giving me a cheap gift? Okay, so, anyway. So, let's see. It got to the whole point of they wanted to play the game. They asked Cecil if he was the opposite sex, what's the first thing that he would do. He was just like, I put on my tightest shorts and twerk on Instagram. I was just like, okay, Cecil. Well, I mean, Cecil, you could do that now. You don't have to be necessarily female to twerk on Instagram, and. But Cecil, y'all saw Cecil. Cecil was loving that, tune that thing up. I was like, okay, Cecil. I don't know how the sons feel, but it's good for our business. Hey. So what else happened? Toya asked Eugene, have you ever thought about cheating on your wife? He said no real quick. Then that's when Quad inserted herself, and Quad was just like, well, don't ask Dr. G that question. And Toya was just like, why? And Heavenly was just like, well, because he actually cheated, girl. Toya was just like, oh, girl, I forgot. I'm still trying to figure out why you moved your furniture out. Because that was in the blogs earlier. I forgot to talk about that part. That she took some furniture. Okay. Yeah. Take something from it. And so, like I just say all the time, Toya really don't mean any harm all the time, I feel. But she has terrible time, and she just say whatever out of her mouth. She don't know how to say things to people. It's just very blunt and dry, and just this what it is, and it's just like, girl. And that's why things always go sour grapes. So at that moment, Clark was just like, girl, you could tell she was getting irritated. Then that's when Mariah jumped in, and she was just like, hey, before I get to that, when they was exchanging gifts, the couples or whatever, Heavenly actually bought Quad a gift. Y'all know Quad was there by herself. Very sweet. Very nice for Heavenly to think about Quad in that moment. I kind of wish the gift would have came from Mariah. That way we would kind of broke the ice a little bit, and it would have showed Mariah in a different light. But it was sweet, nonetheless. But I wish it would have came from Mariah, only because I just want Mariah and Quad to get back together. I just feel, they pretty much the same person. That's why they can't get along. It's no reason for you to be friends with somebody that damn long, and you're on the show with them and y'all can't stand each other. It's sad, to see. But every relationship you ain't meant to be friends with everybody for the rest of your life, and that's true tea. Anyway, okay, remix. Okay, so cut back to that, and so yeah, Quad was starting to get defensive. Mariah was just like, well, Quad, why did you do it? Just kept kind of nagging, egging it on, which was making her more upset. Quad got upset and started cussing, talking about, I saw my husband dancing with another woman at the club and hitting on the table, and I was just like, oh, God. I feel bad that I don't feel bad, but, whatever. So, that happened, and then Heavenly jumped in, and Quad was just like, I don't feel like I need to defend my marriage and tell y'all every single thing about my marriage all the time. And Heavenly was just like, and didn't nobody ask you this? And Heavenly and Damon in the confessionals talking about, she don't have to defend her marriage against anybody and all that kind of stuff, and you don't have to. Then Mariah and Heavenly got into it naturally. Because Mariah took offense to Heavenly butting into the conversation. It was just a lot of butting in on all areas. All of them just needed to shut up. Once they saw Quad crying and stuff, Mariah should have just been like, you know what, I apologize, Quad. And the conversation should have been deaded it. But Heavenly being Heavenly, she would have kept nagging it on and kept saying stuff to piss Mariah off. So it would have never ended. It was already jump started. Each one of them do things to piss the other person off. Nobody knows how to be quiet in this crew. Nobody. So that happened, child, and what I'm trying to think. Yeah, so Mariah and Heavenly ended up getting into it, talking about and Mariah got upset because she's been knowing Quad longer. She's been knowing all the ladies. She was just like, first of all, let me tell you this. Can't nobody at this table tell me nothing about Quad. I've been knowing her longer than I've been knowing any of y'all. And Heavenly looked like a fool sitting up trying to tell me something. Of course, that made Heavenly upset. Heavenly got upset, and she was just like, your mama, your baba, your baba. Once again, God bless Mama Lucy. But in the meanwhile, child, we got Mariah. Quad got up talking to Mariah in her face, and I'm trying to figure out what done happened. Child, Mariah done took a flute or a glass they had on the table or something. She done bust that shit on the side of the table and was getting ready to cut a bitch, you know. Like she broke a Malt 45, a Coke 45 bottle on the sidewalk and was about to cut somebody in a street fight. Mariah, you was about to cut Heavenly open. I was hollering. I was like, Mariah did not bust a glass on the side of the table and was finna shake Heavenly. This show getting too hood. It is. I was done. I mean, it's good for my business, but it's bad for y'all on TV. Y'all doctors and doctors' wives and the upper echelons, and y'all breaking glass about to cut a bitch and stuff. And I was like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. What is going on in the world today? I was screaming. And Jackie comments about Heavenly's spiritual journey. Talking about messed up, tore up, destroyed. It was so funny. It was so funny just watching it. I was like, Lord have mercy. Once Heavenly started talking about the mamas, that's when Aiden, he was just like, now wait a minute, hold on. He said something like that. Then here come Damon, you know, of course, you know, a man talking to his wife is disrespect. But Damon never checks Heavenly. Damon never says anything to Heavenly when she's going off. And I know he sit back and see that, not all the time, but sometimes Heavenly start a lot of this stuff. And don't you know your wife more than anybody, right? Why don't you stop her before she get ready to start? Because you know the warning signs when she get ready to start that mess. But you just sit in that confessional looking like Humpty Dumpty and just sit and just let her do whatever. Yeah, baby, I think. Child, Damon got up, tried to fight Aiden. Was saying something to Heavenly, and I'm just like, y'all, you see what I'm saying? See, it's always a little too extra when y'all get the men involved. I don't blame Aiden for saying something. Heavenly was saying crazy stuff out of her mouth, but also so was Mariah. You know? But I don't know. I just feel like somebody should have said something before it got that heated. Before Mariah was getting ready to cut a bitch, and before Damon was getting ready to jump on little Aiden. Aiden wasn't scared though. I was like, okay, come on. Now there would be good rumble in the sand. It killed me how y'all Africans go to these damn countries and go to these beautiful islands and you know, nice resorts and, you know, go to all these beautiful places and show out at like old Americans. It's crazy. I am not about to waste all this money going on this damn trip just to fight y'all. I can fight y'all in Atlanta. Child. That's pretty much the end of the episode. Mariah walked off to my pico de gallo, that hoe, chopped up and served on the side. And you know, they was holding Heavenly back. It's just a mess, but it looks like it might be hope in the cards for Mariah and Heavenly as the rest of the season play out. It looks like Mariah and Heavenly gonna have a conversation, like just one-on-one by themselves. We'll see how it goes. They might get along for one episode. Then the shit gonna start back, guarantee you. But anyway, that was it, y'all. It was a good episode of Married to Medicine. I'm just mad they moved the night to Saturdays. So annoying. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on PayPal and Cash App. Run me my money or run me my pay. And I'll see you guys later, darling. So remember, stay black and stay tuned.